Hey everyone, and welcome back to another round of Mom Q&A with Mama's Uncut, where we answer your anonymous questions about motherhood, relationships, parenting, and so much more. Again, we got Lisa and Mindy. You guys ready to answer some questions?
Yep.
All right, let's go. My 15-year-old does not belong to either me or my husband biologically, but we are his legal guardians. It has been that way since he was 18 months old. Anyway, his biological father pays $80 a month for child support. I am very strict as to what the money is used for. It pays for his PlayStation subscription, buys his hygiene products, and gas if we want to make if he wants me to take him places to hang out with friends, etc. It's not very much at all. All of my kids were getting $15 a week for an allowance. We have 3 kids. Y'all do the math. My husband and I are both out of work right now, so we don't have the extra money to pay for them for their allowance, but we have told them as soon as we start working again that they will get their allowance back. My 15-year-old, however, has now thrown a giant fit because we have not agreed to pay him his allowance out of the little child support money we get. He says that him doing his chores free of pay is illegal in child slavery. I would really like some advice or opinions. What should I do? What would y'all do?
Teenagers. Okay, first, I'm going to tell this woman to watch the FLDS documentary about child labor.
Yeah, that's real child labor.
That's one.
Yeah. Yeah.
A whole different level.
Make sure the 15-year-old watches it too.
Yeah.
Look, this 15-year-old is out of line. Totally out of line. He does not get special treatment. The dad is not paying nearly enough to cover this kid's expenses. That should be explained to him. And you live in the house with all of us. If you don't like the rules, there's the door.
I think the problem is where they separated him to begin with. Like, I think that like the money, the $80 that they get from the biological father every month should go to like, not just his, you should just decide on what the kid's allowance is.
Yeah.
Not based on what you're getting, because that also is for food and upkeep of him, and $80 doesn't cover even food for a teenage boy.
Right.
No.
So that's where I'm just having a hard time with it a little bit, but because I think that they should have made it more equal. Like, I think it feels a little bit unequal, and they're treating him differently. That's a better way to say it. They were treating him differently, and I think that they need to just make everyone on an even playing field.
Yeah, I think the fact that you were his guardian since he was 18 months old, you've had the child for 15 years. Yep. At this point,
it's your kid.
It's your kid. Yeah.
I can't believe they're even getting child support.
Right. Everything should just like be the same here. I mean, is he out of line for, saying what he says? Like, he is not the first child in the world to do chores.
Yeah,
and he's not the first child in the world to do chores without getting paid.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so I think you need to sit down and be like, look, you're actually pretty lucky that you get an allowance from us. Right now, it's just not feasible. Eventually, it's going to happen. But I mean, I think, teenagers are going to throw fits. You can't always solve them. And this might be just one of the chips that you're going to have to take to the shoulder and just kind of let him simmer in his madness. He'll get over it eventually.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. I mean, and if they've been telling him that like this $80 is his from his dad, that's where they're wrong.
Right. I'm wondering if they're being like too open and honest with this kid. Like, does it make him feel different than everyone else in the family?
Yeah.
Because if so, then I think you need to look at yourself a little bit more and how you're handling the situation.
Yeah. Sit him down and show him the finances.
Yeah.
Like, he's old enough to understand and learn this. These are our bills. This is what we have to pay for to live here. This is the food we buy every month. Like, we all are part of this, and this is the amount we get from your dad.
Yeah.
Well, I would say the other piece is, dude, you're 15. Get a job if you want.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and then that would be his money.
Yep. And that's your money. We don't get to touch it. You want money? Go get it.
Yeah.
And if the job is making you do things and not paying you for it, that is illegal.
Yes.
Just so we understand, that'll help him learn the actual line and where it is. That's such a teenage thing to say. That killed me.
Oh yeah,
it's
totally.
Funny.
Yeah. Don't forget to send us over your questions so we can answer them here. Bye.